All right, we are now live, and I have lost the intro. So we're off to a good start. That's
Yeah.
good. Welcome to the Grizzled Geek Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here coming to you from our studios, our separate studios, due to the virus that cannot be named on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all the problems they're in.
Yeah.
Well, have you noticed us live yet, Doug?
Yeah, we are live. I didn't test the volume, but I assume we have volume. Yep, we have volume too, so we're all good.
We have volume. Nice.
We still have an intro.
We don't.
Fail.
I misplaced the intro from last week to this week, and I'm telling you, it's just been one of those kind of weeks.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I am actually going a little stir crazy. I know. I'm stuck in a house full of people.
Oh yeah.
I see my kids and my wife every day, and it's kind of starting to wear on me. I mean, gotta be honest with you. I did not sign up for this. I figured, 20 years of marriage, the key to a good marriage is to see as little of each other as possible. And man,
you're failing at that, huh?
I'm telling you. I see my kids every day. I'm telling you, I don't know what's gonna. It's like, I'll go out and forage for toilet paper. I'm bumping the mic here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you. So how have you been for the?
Pretty good. Yeah. I'm delivering, so that gets me out of the house occasionally.
Yeah, you get out of the house a little bit.
Although I've been playing lots of Mass Effect, so.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's that.
Kind of inspired by Picard.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and then you're saying that you had played through a ton of it. I was like, oh yeah, I could do that.
I blew through the Mass Effect 1 and 2 like in 3 days.
See, I couldn't. I started playing Mass Effect 1.
Yeah.
And I got to like the second mission. I was like, nah, this is not. The gameplay is not great on that. I'm sure it was fine for that time period, but
right after you
it's just so much different than the other two and so inferior to them.
Yeah,
the story's cool, but
yeah,
I can't wade through the gameplay to get to all of the story elements. So I just did the virtual comic and then launched.
I usually do the virtual comic, but I was inspired by Picard. And I was like, I'm going to play through Mass Effect. And then I blew through, like I said, 1 and 2 in 3 days. And I'm like, oh, man, what? Not only did I blow through 1 and 2, I like explored every planet, got all the sides of it. And then I did the intro to the third one. And all right, I got to take a step back. And then I've been reacquainting myself with Roll20 in preparation for our D&D game next week.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So... we got a few stories to talk about this week. Normally we bring all your nerd news, all the everything that the geeks are talking about. However, there's not a whole lot going on out there, surprisingly, because there's no movies coming out. There's no movies in production. There's no movies getting greenlit. So that kind of leaves us in a little bit of a lurch here. But we do have news on the Marvel Phase 4 shakeup. Obviously, we know Black Widow was got put off, but they have release dates now for a bunch of these projects. So we're gonna go through some of them here. Basically, they're just playing leapfrog. Basically, they're just like skipping ahead. Whatever. They already had these dates planned out for these movies, and they're just moving everything back.
Right? I was gonna say, I think the only one out of order maybe is Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Strange was supposed to happen before that, but I guess go through the list.
Well, no, I think everything got pushed. Everything got pushed because
in order
because they have to, because the movies are set up to play one into another, right? Including even the TV series, which is a problem because right now none of the Disney Plus shows are finished. Not even Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is the most finished, right? But according to them, Falcon and Winter Soldier has to be out before WandaVision. WandaVision and Loki have to be out before Doctor Strange.
Right.
Right. So I mean that's kind of important. But so right now we're looking at the only one Marvel movie this year, Black Widow, and it's taking the Eternal slot of November 6th of this year. So if things go well, everything opens back up, we're ready to go in the fall. Black Widow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, Matt from Absolute Geek Podcast is here. The Eternals then moves to February 12th of 2021.
Okay.
Shang-Chi moves to May 7th of 2021. Doctor Strange moves to the fall, November 5th, 2021. And Thor Love and Thunder gets kicked to 2022, February 18th of 2022. Also in 2022, Black Panther 2, May 8th, and Captain Marvel 2, which is the new one they hadn't announced before, for July 8th, 2022. Now,
that's an interesting front load of 2022 there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's a couple things that stand out in this. One, Shang-Chi went from being a February opening, right, to a summer opener, right?
Yeah.
Not
early summer, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's usually when the big blockbuster Marvel movie is slated for. So, and Shang-Chi's probably, not that Marvel puts out bad movies, but it's still probably the weakest of the ones that are here.
Well, that's what we thought with Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least I thought with Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's true.
I believe they are hoping for another Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther came out in February as well. Black Panther, Captain Marvel, all those came out in February, which is a great month to launch a movie like that. But now Shang-Chi, because of this, the leapfrogging of these movies, now instead of a February opening and Doctor Strange kicking off the summer, it's going to be Shang-Chi kicking off the summer, Doctor Strange in the fall. Another thing of note is Captain Marvel 2 is taking the Spider-Man slot of July 8th. Spider-Man's always been a July opening movie. It's always been a summer tentpole movie. And Spider-Man hasn't been announced where it's going now, right? Now, Marvel is not the only one who has a say in this. Now, Sony is going to want that Spider-Man movie to come out in the peak time frame, right? He wants it in a summer movie. So now does that mean Spider-Man gets kicked off a whole nother year? So it's a summer release?
Yeah.
Or can you actually see them opening a Spider-Man in the fall or winter, which doesn't seem... I mean, historically speaking, Marvel movies and Star Wars movies have done well in the fall and winter, right? And in a Marvel movie, we'll do fine. No, a Spider-Man movie will do fine no matter when it comes out.
Right. But one could actually make the argument that it might even do better in that time frame when there's no other blockbusters to compete with.
Right.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that leaves the question. And Spider-Man was not on this list. So.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Where's Spider-Man going to show up? The Disney Plus Marvel shows need to come out in a certain order before Doctor Strange 2 is finished, right? So now that's the big up in the air when they get back together, because now it's going to look like instead of a lot of location shooting, it's going to be a lot of studio shooting. Right?
Yeah.
They had to shut down the Prague, site. There's a bunch more. Now something like WandaVision makes, a little more sense doing in the studio, as where Falcon and Winter Soldier was more of a kind of a James Bond world traveling kind of thriller type series. So, we'll have to see. And Loki is definitely was doing a lot of location shooting. So, let's see what happens there.
Okay.
But what do you think of this? I mean, and this is just Marvel right now. There's been a whole bunch of Disney came out with a bunch of their release dates for their movies. Basically, Disney's like, throw it down. This is when our movies are coming out. Boom. Everyone else deal with it.
Yeah.
So
there's precedent for that. So
I mean,
the only thing that stands out here is that 2022 is wide open to actually have 4 movies come out that year.
Yeah.
With the way they're spread out right now. So that'll be interesting to see if they actually do, or maybe they're leaving the last half of the year for, animation and Star Wars, or no, that would be
It's Avatar.
The Avatar year. So, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and then it'll depend on whether Sony budges on the Spider-Man, right? How desperate is Sony? Do they need the money from a Spider-Man movie, or do they want to wait for the big bucks for their summer release the next year?
I think all of the studios are going to be like, we need money right now because, they're all not doing anything. They're all suffering with direct-to-video releases.
Yeah.
If they had anything in the can, and they're losing shooting time and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see how this shapes up.
Are you excited about New Mutants coming out on in Disney Plus, or are you upset that you didn't get to see it in theaters?
I didn't hear they were doing that. Yeah, when is it coming out in Disney Plus?
I don't know. That's the rumor right now. So
it's a rumor. Confirmed. Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So no, I'm not necessarily disappointed. I'm kind of eager to see it earlier than later, and
yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your setup at home. If you got surround sound, your big screen.
Yeah.
Kicking back in the living room with popcorn. The only problem is your family's there, though, so I got to deal with them. So
yeah.
Same people you've seen every day. For
I don't have that issue.
All right, but what do you think of this Marvel Phase 4 release slate? You think it's going to stick? This is what they're going to stick to, or you think it's going to get altered again?
No, assuming everything dies down in the summer like they're assuming, and they can get back to filming in the summer, I think we'll be okay with this release date. These release dates, I think that gives a lot of time to work with. Although I'm not sure where they were in Eternals production. That seems really close for a movie that, to my knowledge, hadn't started shooting yet.
For Eternals?
So had they started shooting for Eternals? I know they had the cast pretty much.
Yeah, Eternals is pretty much done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Eternals. Oh, okay. We would be having trailers for Eternals right about now if it wasn't.
All right.
Right? They would definitely before Black Widow.
Yeah, then I think they're fine.
Yeah,
I don't see any.
Eternals is pretty much done. Black Widow's obviously done. Eternals. Yeah. Shang-Chi stopped production. It still has stuff it has to do. But Doctor Strange, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther, all those haven't even started yet.
Yeah, you've got anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years to work on that ish. So I think we'll be all right with that. So
yeah, so we'll see. Just realized I just got the studio set up here, and I'm noticing all the light reflecting off the cabinets. I have to get the baffles out and the dampener. I haven't got the lighting quite sourced yet in the room yet, but
yeah.
I have to mount these LEDs up higher, I think. But anyway,
yeah.
Now it's not. Now you're looking at the blank wall. Look, you need to step it up. Your studio's lagging behind there. You got to paint some miniatures to put on the shelves.
Yeah. They're actually in this case down here. I need to take them out.
Oh, nice.
Out of there and put them on the shelves. So
nice.
I just haven't got there. I've been playing too much Mass Effect. I'm like, man, I could put that all up, but
playing too much part of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, all these movies getting shuffled around and things getting put off might not be in time to save our theater of choice out here, AMC theaters.
Mm-hmm.
AMC Entertainment they're predicting might not make it through this shutdown. Their credit rating, they just purchased another theater chain last year, so they were kind of cash poor. Obviously, just like Disney, no one anticipated this. But they was okay because they had a credit rating of a B credit rating for a while, but they just got downgraded to triple C minus. Yeah, which is pending imminent default. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're predicted to run out of money in this negative cash flow by midsummer, and then they're talking about theaters being shut down through June. Right, be the end of June before they let people back in theaters, and all the experts are predicting that it's going to be a while before it builds back up. There'll be an initial surge of people that cooped up and wanted to get out of the house, but there'll be a lot of people fearful still, and rightfully so, of going out in public places still.
Yeah,
to the point where it's going to hurt the industry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. What you'll probably see is a bunch of theater chains declaring bankruptcy and reorganizing, not going under.
Right.
They may have to close a couple of locations, but I don't think you're going to see especially AMC is a huge. Harkins. I don't remember the names of some of the other big chains around the U.S., but I doubt you're going to see them go totally out of business. But you may see some or all of them declare bankruptcy.
Right. They could declare bankruptcy, and they could get bought out too.
Yeah, they could. Yeah. Disney come through and you're yeah, I was gonna say you're feeding back here.
Yeah, no, sorry.
But yeah, that'd be funny if Disney goes and buys out AMC. So.
True. But I mean, that's a big chain. I mean, there's a lot of let's go through upgraded all their theaters. There's there's a lot of capital out there in hardware, in infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna. I mean, it's not going away. It'll be around. Just where, see who buys it up, or if they can get through bankruptcy or something like that. So yeah, and I can see you seeing theaters do soft opens where they do what they were going to do when right before they closed. We had heard that they were only going to sell half the theater. Right. They were going to enforce space between because they do assigned seating, so you enforce space between seating. Right. So you may see that happen when they come back online, but we'll see. Show up with your hazmat suit and spray down your seat. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I really hope AMC sticks around because it's our theater of choice out here for you and me, anyway. Yeah, we'll see. All right, you want to bring up the next story? Sure. Let's see here. Is Marvel making a new X-Men series? And we're talking animated. Have you seen this blown up in the? No, this was the first I'd heard about this. So new X-Men. Let's see. New X-Men avatars show up on Disney Plus in classic animated series costumes, but with new art in their own area outside of Marvel. So in Disney Plus, you said? Yeah. So like if you go to your icons in Disney Plus, if you go to change your icon in Disney Plus, it's got the different icon sets from the different areas. Outside, X-Men's got its own area now outside of Marvel. And then the icons are the classic characters. The only difference is Storm has her mohawk, but she's in the white suit of the animated series, but she's got the mohawk. She's never had the mohawk in that white suit. So there's, it's like they're getting set up for something. Now, there was rumors a while back, the original creators of the X-Men animated series in the 90s did pitch to Marvel on a reboot or a continuation of the series. And that was a while back. I believe it was like about a year and a half ago that came out, that news came out. But so there's the speculation is if their Disney Plus is setting up its own category for X-Men, what are they doing with it? Yeah. All right. The big speculation is a new animated series or a revival of the old series. My personal takeaway is people are reading too much into that. I think those are just avatars. We'll see. Maybe down the road, we'll get a new animated series. I mean, that's always a possibility, but I don't think that's what those things harken. What's interesting about this story is several people have reported that their sources are telling them that Marvel is looking to do something with X-Men on Disney Plus, right? So something new, X-Men on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. But it's coming from several different sources. And several different people are reporting this, but the reports are all different. Like I said, some reporting the new animated series, some people reporting the revival of the old animated series. But one of them, Grace Randolph, who from Beyond the Trailer reported that Disney Plus is working. Her sources say that Disney Plus is working on a solo live action X-Men series,
like a Wolverine series,
or
whoever.
She said that they're now she's a Marvel insider, right? She worked for for Marvel. She's a comic book writer. She's been been doing this for a while. She's saying that their source, she believes, and she didn't say whether the source is confirmed or not, but she believes they want to showcase secondary X-Men characters, right? So not necessarily the main team. So the main team will be, their debut will be in various movies.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that they can't show up, because obviously the Disney Plus Marvel shows are going to be tied in with the movies, right? So like all the regular Marvel stuff, they could have X-Men in that, and then but focusing on, like, I don't know what a secondary character would be, like Bishop or something, or
X-23
or something like that. Yeah,
bring her up to get into the movie. I mean, the thing is they're a great way to introduce people to people you want in the movies who nobody's heard of,
right?
Or have had little exposure to, like, X-23 is in Logan, but she's not referred to as that. So I don't think you actually call her X-23. So you never really get that connection to the comic book.
Right.
So that'd be interesting. I could see, maybe Bishop. He's not that popular character, and he's not been around in a long time. But Gambit would be a good one. That might not be center stage in a movie. Maybe a Cable show, because he's hard to fit into the main X-Men team,
right? But that would,
and I mean,
but that would not mean recasting Cable if they're keeping Deadpool over in a.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Deadpool and Colossus, or Cable and Colossus, look like they do in the Deadpool movies.
Yeah, that'd
Juggernaut,
be great.
because if they're going to bring Deadpool over, I'd like to see them have some continuity there. Mm-hmm. Although they technically did have all the Fox X-Men in that for a scene, but yeah. So I don't know I'm really disconnected to the X-Men now. It's been so long, and they've done so many weird things with them, right?
That I don't know really what's going on with them.
There's a bunch of new X-Men, a bunch of young. It'd be more like, if you look at the way they're going with some of the Marvel Disney Plus series, outside the first ones that are kicking off, spinning right out of the movies, there's a lot of young people, so they're probably going with like more younger X-Men, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a long enough time period that I think we could do a total reboot. We're going with casting a younger person as Wolverine, casting a younger person as, Cyclops, Jean Grey, all that stuff. Go with the classic team, but I don't know what they're going to. It's hard to say. X-Men have always been so separate in Marvel that they very rarely interact with the rest of the universe. So it'll be interesting to see how, when all that goes on in the MCU. Yeah, so I don't know. What's the notifications going on there?
Telling James to shut up. I can hear him singing in the.
Oh.
I'm like, shut up! I'm doing a podcast.
A little punk background music.
Yes, right. Little practicing his punk music.
And by punk music, we mean he can't sing or play, and he just makes like loud noise.
Loud
noises.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see X-Men in any form, pretty much.
Yeah.
So whatever it means. If it's a new animated series, I'd be into that. If it's the old animated series revival, I'm into that. If it's live action solo X-Men movie or series, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm so excited for X-Men in the Marvel Universe that I don't care what,
Yeah, and here's the thing is, Feige has already told us X-Men will be coming.
Right.
It is a good bet, regardless of what you see out there, that we're going to get some X-Men content on Disney Plus in some form or another. And what this story has told me so far is there's a bunch of people out there taking shotgun shots at it's going to be a new animated series. No, they're going to revive the old series. No, there's going to be a live action series.
Right.
Look, see, there's these avatars.
Yeah. Now all these are coming from inside sources, but then again, yeah, those inside sources may have just be taking stabs at what they are. They probably heard the same thing. Oh yeah, Marvel wants to do something new with X-Men on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
and now they're all speculating.
We all could have predicted that. Now, if somebody were saying the fact that these avatars were released now means that in 6 months they're going to be finished with the animation on this new series and blah blah blah. But no, this is just people taking stab in the dark. And I got to be honest. I could have swore at least some of those avatars were already there.
No, they're all new.
Because
they're all new.
Yeah,
they all dumped at once, and there wasn't any X-Men ones. And the odd thing was they dumped them in the new category outside of Marvel. So,
yeah.
But anyway, X-Men are coming, folks, in some form or fashion, but probably not a live action series.
Oops.
Although, that would be awesome. I don't know. Who would you want to see if it wasn't a main character? If you had to pick one, who would you want it to be for a Disney Plus series, live action series?
Wow. I probably'd have to go Gambit. I think he kind of works the best in that format, and you can kind of explore his kind of underworld type stuff. Well, okay, no. Secondary characters, that's who I'd want to see. I think Disney Plus is a great place to do a Wolverine solo series where you could go to Madripoor and do all of those kind of cool background things that you can have, Forever Night style flashbacks where he's someplace in the past, have an adventure that kind of that relates to whatever he's doing in the present. Right. You remember that kind of shtick from Forever Night?
Yeah,
that would be awesome. I'd love to see something like that where it's like.
What about like an anthology series? Since there's so many mutants out there, instead of having like one person's like Tales from Madripoor, where it's like after they introduce it in Bucky and Falcon the Winter Soldier, have a location thing, right? And so it's different stories take place from different mutants that pass through there or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something like that would be, I don't know, a way to get a lot of different mutants in there.
Yeah.
Without having to focus on any one. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be honest. There aren't tons of great mutants. There are a ton of mutants.
There's a ton of horrible mutants.
But they're not all great. They're not all good characters. So there's not a lot. Though.
Ben's with us. What's up, Ben?
Hey.
Miss him in the chat there.
I don't know what's going on with my I'm not seeing anybody in chat. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
it's just not updating on my phone for some reason. So, and I'm in the Streamlabs or the StreamYard.
Oh,
and the script. So,
well, there you go. See,
let's go ahead and move on to the Knights of the High Republic stuff here.
Ben says he's busy not being busy being essential, or
of being essential or not essential.
There's not a lot busy being essential. So, see, okay. I'm not an essential employee, but neither is Doug. But he gets to work from home.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Newer Jedi revealed for Star Wars Knights of the High Republic. Now, I got to be honest with you. I'm not super excited for this Knights of the High Republic. What about you?
I am. I mean, I'm interested. I'm not like foaming at the mouth for it, but I'm interested in seeing what they can do away from the main story, the main saga. I got to be I got to be honest. Everything they've done, everything Disney has done outside of the sagas has been pretty good.
Yeah, but
Rogue One was great. Solo was good.
All the writers in this are the writers who are basically 50-50 for like books, decent books outside of, since the whatever the canon stories, right? So
you said they are, or
yeah, there are. They're the ones that wrote all the ones who wrote all the books so far are part of this group.
Oh, okay.
And they're all books have been 50-50 so far. So Ben, first off, he said someone has to make the yogurt. I'm not sure whether that's what that's in reference to. His yogurt job or something sexual, but we'll drop it. But he's asking about what this is. What are Knights of the High Republic? Doug, you want to handle that?
Well, in theory, Knights of the High Republic is the next phase of Star Wars. It will be presumably a saga in addition to books directly related to it, comic books directly related to it, and other media. So maybe a cartoon, maybe live action shows. We don't really know. We just know it's the next phase of Star Wars.
Only it's not movies.
I bet it is going to be movies, though.
You think so?
Yeah. They
were saying that right now it's not. I mean, they didn't plan for it. Right now, it's books, comics, and print media right now. But
I think
it's a period.
We'll see other stuff.
It's 200 years before, Clone War, not Clone Wars, but Episode 1.
Yeah.
So it's 200 years before that. So it's the height of the Galactic Republic. So the New Republic of Jedi.
That's
supposedly, and yeah, I know. The height was the Old Republic, but
that's a pretty broad term, the height. But at this point, the Republic was already stagnant. Yeah, so
that's their words, not mine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know
what they're using to describe this. That's why it's called the High Republic.
And I bet they didn't consult with Favreau or Filoni on that description at all.
Probably not. Yeah, and for I don't know. It's going to be focused on a Jedi of that time. I guess select group of Jedi. 5 of them to be exact. We'll have a breakdown here of what 5 Jedi they're going to be focusing on now. But the only person that would be alive then would be Yoda, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's the only person we know because it's not far enough back to be Old Republic, and it's far enough back from the current story that none of those people would be alive.
Correct.
Except for Yoda.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are the 5 Jedi they're going to be focused on. Doug, you want to kick off the first one?
Sure. We got Avar Kriss. Kriss. Avar is the brightest, most noble example of Jedihood. She always tries to see the good in people and situations and never puts herself first. She is invigorated about life on the frontier and the challenges it brings, and is an inspiration for those who work with her. She is compassionate, not dogmatic, and always ready to sacrifice herself over others. Avar Kriss is the best of the best.
She's the bestest.
She's the best.
She's the best. She'll be joined by Lodrin Greatstorm.
The worst name on this list.
Sounds like a dwarf.
Yeah, it does.
Lodrin is a Twi'lek Jedi Master and is considered to be one of the best teachers in the Jedi Order. Strong and wise, with good sense of humor, Lodrin looks at every moment as a learning experience, always trying to better himself and those around him, especially his Padawans. So,
okay,
yeah.
Like, interesting.
We try to feign interest in these Jedi. Oh yeah, this is great. I can't wait to read about Greatstorm.
Yeah, Greatstorm.
Yeah,
Keeve Trennis. Keeve is a young firebrand Jedi believed to have a great future ahead of her, if only she would believe it herself. Quick-witted and more impulsive than she should be, Keeve has only been a Jedi Knight for a few weeks and is a little starstruck around Avar. Knowing many of the great things Chris has done in the past, she is determined to prove herself to Avar and the other legendary Jedi stationed on Starlight Beacon, the first we've heard that term here. Mm-hmm. But first, she must learn to trust herself as much as she trusts the Force.
Ooh, Keeve. Matt says sounds like a discount Obi-Wan to me when talking about Lodrin. Great Storm.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Rain, whatever his name is. Then we have Stellan Gios. Stellan is an optimistic and well-respected Jedi Master. Stellan came up through the Order with Avar Kriss, and although they are often on different assignments for the Jedi or the Republic, when the two work together, they are a powerhouse team of two noble heroes in action. Strong in the Force and a natural teacher, Stellan is currently stationed at one of the Jedi Temple outposts on the distant planet of Karagon Vinner. What are these names? These are...
Yeah. All right, and finally, we've got Vernestra, Vern Rowe. I don't know. Rawa. Vern is a newly minted Jedi Knight, kind of like Keeve, I guess, just using different terminology.
Right.
Vernestra is a Miralon, was Padawan to Stellan Gios, the guy we just talked about before. She works hard and is devoted to the Jedi Order, more so than most others her age. At 16, she is one of the youngest knights in a generation. She struggles to fit in with the adults while also setting a good example for the younger Jedi.
Wow. So
interesting.
So far we have a soft pass from Ben and a hard pass from Matt. So
yeah.
Now, do you think, I don't know, you think like a TV series, a Disney Plus series would have been better way to kick this off and then into the writing? Or because I don't know, because these don't sound interesting enough to get to learn about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need something to hook us into these guys. Although I got to say, here's the thing. It's a very different time right now. There is a lot of Star Wars available.
Yeah.
This is not the Dark Ages where, now I'm forgetting the publisher's name. Dark Horse could come up with just any old story set in the Old Republic with any old random Jedi, who you're like, whatever, this person who's got no connection to anybody, and we latch onto it because Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys have become like huge names, but like you got to remember back in those days, Exar Kun and I can't even think of any of the names, but all of these Old Republic figures who have become big names now were Dark Horse shots in the dark like these guys back in the day. The difference was that was the only Star Wars you had available. Now it's like, I'll watch Rebels again, or I'll watch Clone Wars again.
Mandalorian again. So I'm much more into that level of it right now, Mandalorian, or there would be a time when I couldn't get enough Jedi stuff.
Yeah, well, and
now I'm like, I'm not interested in that part of it right now. I don't know.
I'm fine with it. Well, I'm not particularly interested in just Jedi stories with no support, no other characters, like the lovable rogue or whatever that's with them, helping them. Yeah, my problem with this is if you look back when Force Awakens came out, and you had books like Bloodline and more specifically when you had what was it, Missing Star? What was that? gosh, now I'm not going to remember the name of Star Wars new canon novel, new canon books. I can't remember the something stars. You know what I'm talking about?
The new canon books? No. After
it was one of the first books to come out, and it focused on people that you just, that were not that were in the era of the original trilogy, but were just, just people. They were
right. Just normal dudes.
Just normal people. And that story was interesting because it was set in a time period we were familiar with. And it was leading towards Lost Stars. That's what it's called. Lost Stars. And it was leading towards The Force Awakens, coming out. So if this were connected to something big that was going to happen, then I might be interested in reading about these people. Like, hey, these people are going to be the stars of the new movies that are coming out.
This is so far in the past that it doesn't really matter with anything that's come up before.
Mm-hmm.
It's so far ahead of Old Republic that none of that matters. So none of this will have any bearing on any of the Star Wars that we know. And it's a bunch of characters that at first glance, there's nothing really that, oh, this one's a really good Jedi. This one's a, a new Jedi. And this one is, a good teacher.
They come off as very much like static archetypes.
Yeah.
There's nothing. And I almost wish they hadn't done this at all, because this puts them in a box where you're like, okay, well, all right, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I already know too much about them to care about where they're going. And yeah, so I don't, if it were further back in time and this were all going to be tied into everything, if we knew that there were going to be movies based on it, there were going to be TV shows based on it, there was going to be different media, and yeah, then I might be a little more interested in kind of following along. Are
you going to pick this up? You going to read it?
I haven't even finished the Thrawn series yet, so no, probably not. I actually care about it, and it was, the first two books were good, and I haven't read the third one yet. So
I'm going to pass on this as well until you finally read it, and then I can borrow yours. All right.
Well, apparently it's going to be more than books, comics. I'm not picking up the comics, I'll tell you that. I haven't read a single new saga comic, anything that tied into the new saga, and there have been dozens of them.
I hear they're good.
Yeah, I hear they're well written.
And the comics are better than the books for the canon stuff.
Really?
That's right here.
Well, I mean, I know the Vader comics are good, but I didn't know that what was going on with it. Because the problem with those is there's a ton of like single one shots or 3-issue series or whatever.
Right.
It's just like,
which I like about
all
this.
Scattered around.
You don't have to worry about long-term commitment.
Yeah, I'd like it better if they came out in graphic novels.
Sure.
Just a Poe graphic novel, not a Poe comic series. Finish the story and put it all out at once.
All right. Well, let's move on. Moving on here, Doug. You know what time it is?
Time to hang up on you.
It's time for some nerd nuggets. Nerd nuggets, sir. Are you ready? Can you handle this? These are our short stories, our geek bites.
I love the second one. Let's go. That's awesome.
All right. So, have you watched it? You haven't watched the Titans series, have you yet?
No.
I was very frustrating that it's like an exercise in frustration watching the Titan series. You're like, this is stupid, and then you're like, oh, this is some good parts, and then it's like, oh, this is really stupid. Just show exactly like I want his face. Nice. Tell you, man, reading all Matt's commenting here. These guys have been going off about this, the Tiger King series. Have you started watching that at all?
No, not gonna. I hate reality TV.
Oh, I love it. I love that stuff. And I've watched the first couple episodes, but I'm like, I haven't finished it because I've been busy. But yeah, that's what everything is about. So now's the time to come up with that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna say Titans. I have a love-hate relationship with it. Especially last season, had massive ups and downs. You're like, oh, this is great. Oh, no, that sucks. And then by the end of the last season, it just kind of ruined
everything,
all the good from that. So I'm not really sure I wanted to watch season 3 coming out.
Yeah.
But season 3 is going to feature Barbara Gordon in it as Oracle.
Cool.
So that's what I kind of like about the series, is that this is from the standpoint of Teen Titans happened sometime in the past, and then this is them getting back together. So they have a history together. They were sidekicks. They were a teen group on their own, and now they're adults coming back together. So I kind of like that aspect of it. So some of that story is already there, right? They already have that history, and now if they're going to have Barbara Gordon in there, her already as Oracle, means like, the whole Killing Joke stuff happened. And so I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like, am I going to be tempted back by this? Am I going to fall for it again?
Interesting.
And Tim Drake is also rumored. That says so.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Gonna get Red Hood eventually.
It's like, do I sign up to get beat down again? How masochistic am I? I'm going to fall for this again. I'm like an abusive relationship with Titans, right? I know it means well. It doesn't mean to hurt me, but
yeah, it does.
It does. It does. I should just walk away, but well, I'm all Barbara Gordon, Tim Drake. Ooh, yeah. I know. You're just like, see all the stuff you like from your childhood in the comics. Yeah. Oh, then we're gonna screw it up this way. So I don't know how I feel about it. I just like, I mean, I love Doom Patrol. And I love like Swamp Thing for what, until they
canceled it
and rewrote the last episode of it. Let's get them legs popping. I like that. Absolutely. All right. So want to hit us with our next nugget?
Yeah. Bloodshot tops Birds of Prey on streaming charts. Which is,
have you seen it? Could you have predicted this?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. First off, where's Bloodshot streaming? What platform is it streaming on?
I don't know. I think it's Amazon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, cool. I think, yeah. I'm Bloodshot. I liked it. It's fun. So
it is. It's a great, throwback.
Great 80s action flick.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is an 80s action flick done with Vin Diesel's sensibilities. It's all about family.
All about family. Yeah. But is it the comic book, though? I mean, that's going to... fans of Valiant like it? That's the question.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's relatively close.
Close enough.
Close enough. I mean, they wrap up the story really quickly. A story that took 8 issues in the comics or something like that.
Yeah.
8 or 10. They wrapped up relatively quickly, but hey. I mean, you find out right away within 1 or 2 issues that they're manipulating him. So it's, in that sense,
would you think it would have worked better as a series as opposed to a movie?
It would have been awesome. I am kind of the opinion that most comic books would work better as a series than a movie. That they are serial.
Yeah, they are
nature.
Serial.
So
especially Valiant. I think Valiant lends itself well to a series.
Right. You can definitely do like a series followed by a movie of, the Valiant or Unity, I think it's called, when the big heroes all team up against somebody or other.
Right.
Yeah, so maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I don't know. I would like to see. I think I'm glad it's doing well in streaming. I think that that's where it's going to shine, because I don't think people are going to go see it in the movie theaters. I think the fact it was forced early on streaming services really.
I think it was a mistake to do Bloodshot first. They should have done Ninjak first. You could do Ninjak in the style of
Fandango now, by the way, just looked it up. Fandango.
Fandango now. Okay. You could do Ninjak in the style of like Kingsman.
Yeah.
Very over the top, kind of, you know, he's James Bond, who's also Batman, who's essentially that, you know.
James Bond, Batman.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But anyways.
I thought you'd like that one, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
Bloodshot's number one. Oh, well, it's beating Birds of Prey anyway.
Beating Birds of Prey. It's probably not number one.
Obi-Wan. Speaking of Obi-Wan Kenobi series gets a new writer, Joby Harold, who wrote King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. Now, was that which King Arthur one was that?
The most recent one.
Was
the
it?
One that, the one that was I'm
thinking
not a King Arthur story.
I don't know. It wasn't Excalibur, which was the last successful King Arthur adaptation. So that was 1983. So
it was one where it was like I honestly, the trailers look so bad I didn't pay all that much attention to it.
Yeah.
But I can't even I can't tell the difference between that and the Robin Hood and all of those things that came out recently that were those legendary. It's just like, this is just the interchangeable story where I don't even know what's going on or how it has any relevance to the name that you're giving it.
Ben pointed out it was Guy Ritchie that did that last King Arthur movie.
Was it?
I guess. I don't know. It wasn't Excalibur, so it wasn't a successful. Like I said, last successful King Arthur adaptation was 1983's Excalibur. Last successful Robin Hood adaptation was 1990's Robin Hood.
Yeah, this is the same one. This guy, Joby Harold, was the writer. Guy Ritchie was the director. It was in 2017. It's got a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Does that instill you with more hope for Obi-Wan Kenobi movie?
No, it actually makes me nervous.
Man, yeah, I don't know. And they had to rewrite it. They had it. All the series was done, ready to go, but then they had to go back to the drawing board because it was too similar to something else, I guess. Too similar to the Mandalorian, where he was supposed to be protecting young Luke. So the whole lone wolf and cub thing was already done.
Yeah.
So give Star Wars a break. True. I would say yes. However, I so desperately want to see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan again that I don't want him to get too old to play Obi-Wan. You know?
Yeah.
I should have seen that earlier on, but should have already had this. But all right. What's our next one? Doug?
San Diego Comic-Con has not budged off its July date despite concerns.
So everyone and their grandma is telling San Diego that they can't have Comic-Con.
Yeah, here's I don't.
Good. I understand you want to do that, but I mean, is it irresponsible to have it? Is the thing?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a lot of people are saying
keep SDCC alive. Yes,
including Dr. Fauci are saying that things are probably going to taper off in the summer. Mm-hmm. But I think having something as huge as Comic-Con with people coming from as far and wide as they are is a great way to kickstart it back into circulation.
I was going to say, you've walked that floor.
Oh,
you imagine walking that floor.
There is no social distancing at Comic-Con.
You have everything that everybody on that floor has. It's called the con crud. Every year
you get sick if you go.
You get sick. Yeah.
So this is a bad idea. I think things will largely get more normal in the summer, but I don't think they're going to say giant gatherings are a good idea.
Yeah.
Like they'll be, hey, yeah, you can go shopping, you can go do things, but you shouldn't be going to. There probably won't be sporting events.
No.
In the summer, I doubt. There probably is not going to be giant gatherings like that.
Here's the thing: if sporting events are not happening, I mean,
I can see them relaxing. Like gatherings of 50 to 100 people maybe are okay, but not.
Matt really wants to go to the
thousands of
Comic-Con. No, it's still months away. Stop fear mongering. It's a great idea. I get it, but I don't think I would go. I mean, like you said, you get sick, you get the con crud just when it's not something that could kill you.
Yeah.
And hey, young and healthy, I guess. I don't know. I'm not young and healthy, so I'm not. I definitely would not go if.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have the option of going anyway. So
that's true. I'm saying.
And to be honest, I have almost no desire to ever go to Comic-Con again.
Right.
It is just too ridiculous.
Well, like Matt's saying here, not having San Diego Comic-Con is going to cripple the people of San Diego. And yes, but no more than any of the other industries that are being crippled by this. I mean,
yeah.
It'll hurt a lot of those businesses that count on that money. But I mean, it's going to hurt. This whole thing is hurting comic book, industry as a whole.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not young and healthy enough to risk going myself, even if I had to go, had the means to go.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, on the Nuggets, the Artemis Fowl is no longer heading to theaters. It's the biggest thing that's going straight to Disney Plus or any of the streaming services. Well, the highest budgeted project that's not going to theaters. That's going to go straight to streaming. So that's it's kind of a big deal because that's Artemis Fowl is it's one thing to send like a $60 million movie there, but when you got over $100 million movie budget, going straight to streaming, then that's a big deal.
Yeah. Budget $125 million. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's $125 million budget, so it's kind of a big deal. I mean, they're going to make that's a loss leader right there. They're putting it on there to drum up business.
Yeah.
So, but
let's see what we're gonna. Oh, Disney Onward. Let's see how much Onward cost. Onward cost 175 to 200 million, so it's actually not the highest.
Well, true, but Onward was in theaters for a few weeks.
Yeah. It made 130 million in theaters.
I mean, yeah, that's where Artemis Fowl's not going to make any theater money.
Yeah, it's true enough.
Right? The only money it's bringing in is new subscribers, which they already had triple the number of subscribers in their first week of quarantine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is it going to bring in enough to make up? It's not. They're going to lose money on it.
But it might keep people there.
Onward was fantastic. Have you seen Onward?
No, we're going to watch it tomorrow.
Oh, okay. It's good.
It just got released to Disney Plus today. So.
Yeah, it's Pixar, but it's it's going to tug at your heartstrings.
Yeah. So it should be cool.
All right. Last topic before we call it for the night, where you guys can head over to the Absolute Geek Podcast. Our brothers from another podcast. They're going to be streaming at 7:30. So be sure to check them out. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave comments down below before we get into our last story here. But the last little bit here, there's been a surge. Now, we talked about the new, the new Warriors, the new Warriors.
Yeah.
Snowflake and Safe Space and all this. Well, apparently there's been a huge backlash from it. We saw that before. We commented on that. But apparently there's been a lot of Marvel creators attacking fans on social media over them being unhappy. Now, I'm sure there's been some horrible troll comments, stuff like that, about this stuff as well. but they're just outright attacking people that, like, I don't know how Marvel is, okay with this.
Yeah.
I mean, have you read any of these? I mean, I'm not going to read any of them because they're all, some of them are pretty horrible.
No, I have not.
Several of the Marvel writers and artists have gone after critics of the new Marvel, release trailers. I want to point out a couple here. Jerry Duggan, who's writer of Marauders, Cable, and let's write something else. Leave here one of the Avengers titles. I might well read them. Yeah, you just go check out Jerry Duggan in his Twitter feed, because he goes in on the critics, and then he goes in on all the commenters on his comments. Like he got nothing better to do. He's stuck at home. What's he doing? he's just going to go in after all these guys. But he's Savage Avengers. He writes Savage Avengers as well. So, but he's one of the worst. He was actually, I mean, he's told his critics to eat a bag of dicks. That was the one we can actually say here that we're going to say. But he's gone in after him and told him that like, there's he had this whole stream of people like commenting on his eat a bag of dicks comment and going after them. But he's not the only one. There's been a ton of people that are just like, if you go to like right now, you go to Marvel writer and artist Twitter pages, there's a whole bunch of deleted comments, because apparently it got really bad this week. And then they've kind of Donny Cates has been bad also. Yeah, he has. Well, I don't understand it's just like all of a sudden they can't take no criticism. I understand, of course, there's trolls. You don't feed the trolls, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just frustration boiling over or what? But I can't imagine Marvel's okay with their creators just going in on their fans like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I read about it and I was like, let's check out, see what they're saying. And I'm like, oh, wow, this goes beyond defending themselves. This is, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's not, and the thing is, if it was just trolls not liking it, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But it's actually when both sides of the aisle are chiming in on how awful and tone deaf your inclusion is, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe, just maybe, there's something to it, to the criticism. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you if you've read any of this. Have you heard of any of that?
No, I don't. I didn't even know there were more trailers than the New Warriors one, but apparently there's one for Children of the Atom.
Yeah, the new X-Men one is, basically it's like they look exactly like the old X-Men, only just new characters. And there's like a Cyclops looking one. There's just I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. We'll see what the new version of comics looks like crawling out of the apocalypse on the other side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to bring that up there. There's a lot of Marvel creators just going in on fans. It's like,
that's funny.
It's like, screw it. We're stuck at home. We got nothing better to do. We're tired of all the crap we've been getting. We're just gonna go off. We figured we're out of a job anyway. It might not be a job to come back to after this, so we'll see. All right. Well, Doug, is there anything else you want to discuss? Anything in the comments? But anything we did discuss?
I think we hit everything.
We hit it all.
We hit it all. It was the most concise and insightful that anybody has ever been about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Check out our Picard review.
Oh, yeah. We just put up the Picard review, which is more of a comparison of the Picard series to Mass Effect series.
It's not more of, it's a bit of both.
It's a bit of both. Yeah. Because it's very much like the Mass Effect series. So much so that me and Doug are playing Mass Effect again. Just from having watched Picard.
Yeah.
So is it Star Trek? It's more Mass Effect than it is Star Trek, for that matter.
Yeah. World definitely feels more like a Mass Effect world. Yeah, they go to Omega or whatever. The
Omega Relay.
No, they go to Omega. Well, yeah,
they
do
go
that
to,
too.
they go to Omega too. They
They go
do.
to Omega to stop people from selling Borg parts, and
Yep.
so yeah, there's a lot of similarities.
You see his nerd nuggets. No, you don't get to see. Picard's got too old to be naked anymore. Just not. It's not fun like it used to be.
I'm gonna hang up on you now.
All right, guys, be sure to check out the Absolute Geek podcast. They're coming up here at 7:30, and if you want to support the channel and the things that we do here, Doug, tell them about the links down below that are already in.
Are they there?
Yeah, they should have been set up. Yep, they are. Woohoo!
Links. Yeah, you can check out those links to Teespring, Amazon, and our Patreon. Do the Amazon, do your shopping through there. Just click that link. We get a kickback from you doing your shopping that way. It's the easiest way to support us right now while you're stuck at home, getting everything delivered to you, ordering your comic books and your movies and your whatever.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah.
Another big thing, and it's not for us. We wouldn't be asking if it was just for us, but Patreon is suffering, and they put a thing out saying how they've lost so much revenue, and Patreon needs your help to support the creators. So we're not asking for us, but Patreon needs your help. So by helping us, you can help them, and we all know how important that is. So be sure to join our Patreon, become a patron, and help Patreon stay on his feet.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't ask if it was just for us, but Patreon needs our help.
Yeah, there you go.
So there you go, guys. All right, we'll talk to you next time.
All right, I'm off to Dash.
All right, buddy.
You guys have a nice evening.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.